So boom, guys, they're reacting to NBA legends, and everyone was scared of Larry Bird. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys are loving the Larry Bird vids, and to be honest, I'm respecting him a lot more. I don't think Magic Johnson's that good, to be honest. I still think he's kind of overrated. But Larry Bird, I can see why y'all think he's better than KD. He seems like a great playmaker. But he always got his rebounds. He was hustling on defense. But to me, I don't know if he's more skilled scorer than KD. That seems crazy. But with the accolades, I can see why you got him over KD, bro. To be honest, I might have him over KD now. Like, KD's career isn't going how I thought he would. But LeBron, still a crazy comparison. That's the GOAT, bro. He's above Michael Jordan, above Kareem, above a lot of greats, bro. Y'all got Larry Bird above LeBron? It doesn't make sense to me. But I want to hear what these NBA legends got to say about him. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and recommend me some videos to react to. With that being said, let's get into the video.
You talk about a shit talker, it was nonstop.
Every story you hear about Larry Bird is true. He was a bad boy.
Old Larry Legend was cooking folk.
And dominate brothers, dominate white guys.
Didn't give a fuck who you was.
Did you have any moments with Larry Bird where he would trash talk you?
Yeah, he just looked at me my rookie year and just said, "You can't stop me." And I said, "I know."
What you mean I know?
There's nothing else to say. You're
not gonna say anything back, bro. You're gonna lay down.
Larry Bird.
Well, he had the one game where your entire bench was falling over each other when he's hitting threes from all over. I think he had 59 that night.
No. He had 60 that night.
Oh, 60. My bad.
Corner Bird. Backs in. Posted up Bird. Takes the jumper and hits it. 3:15 remaining in the third. Bird posted left. Takes the jumper and hits it again. Bird on the drive. The runner is good again. They open the right side. Bird the follow away. He drills it again. Need for Bird.
They want him to keep scoring too.
Bird takes the jumper and hits it again. Bird has 54. There's Bird. Bird, 14 seconds. He got fouled. He hit the shot. They're not going to count it. With 3 seconds, Bird will try another jumper and hit it at the buzzer. Bird has 60 points. Larry Bird scored 60 points. Look at the Boston players mob him.
And he was so hot that he was hitting threes with his left hand. And I remember our bench falling all over each other. I remember saying to coach, make sure every one of them get fined for celebrating for him.
The other thing he said was that if Larry Bird had been
really,
a
why
black
are you celebrating, bro? Cheer for your team, bro.
guy, he would have just been an average player.
Nice. If Larry Bird played in this era, I think he'd be in Europe. So I'm just letting you know, man. You know, like I said, I'm just saying he'd be somewhere over there.
Yeah, what do you think of that? That's what Dennis said. He says because he was white.
No.
You're saying Larry Bird was good?
Sorry.
You don't agree?
I don't agree. Larry Bird wasn't good. He was great. Shoot, Larry could play basketball.
You don't think people got a little charged up because?
So Dennis Rodman, great, from what y'all be saying, said Larry Bird couldn't even make a cut in, then he'd be in Europe. To be honest, I don't think so. I think that's too far. I don't think Larry Bird was moving like that. I don't think he was athletic. Y'all said injuries. I have to check out a Larry Bird injury video, to be honest. I don't know about his injuries like that, but that is the reason apparently this guy couldn't move. But he was a great shot maker, rebounder, playmaker. I feel like he'd find his place, bro. I don't know what he means. He could even be in the league right now.
He was
a lot of people in the league who can't even shoot, let alone provide everything Larry.
You know what?
I feel like that's a bit
Of course, people got charged up because the game is dominated by African Americans. But Dennis knows that Larry Bird could play basketball and dominate brothers, dominate white guys. It didn't matter who was out there.
Bird one-on-one with Rodman.
Well, again, Rodman has done a good job in third.
Rodman did all you can legally do.
That's the reason he's saying this stuff, bro. Rodman
in the lane with the left hand again. 9 on the shot clock. Bird fakes, unloads, and Rodman fouled it. Playing against him, you're looking into the eyes of an assassin.
Well, that's true.
Gilmore sets the pick. Now it resolved. Bird one-on-one with Rodman. Drew the foul, scored.
I missed my flight because the guy that was supposed to be my manager at the time, he was obese, so he couldn't fit in the taxi. So when I get to Indiana, I get to the arena and I walk in, and you know, my mom, I see her face and she's not smiling. So I walk in, and the first person I talk to is Donnie Walsh, and Donnie's like, "Hey, welcome to the team." And then Larry Bird walks up behind him, and Larry doesn't say hi to me. He doesn't say anything. He shakes my hand and says, "Don't effing flip and be late again."
Oh, wow.
So that was my welcome to the NBA moment was me.
McHale drafted me in Houston. He told me the craziest stories about him and Larry Bird. And he told me that him and Larry Bird, they would go out, like they'd play a game, they'd win. They'd get into a bar. They got into like a bar fight one night. And then
with each other or strangers?
With strangers.
Okay.
And then the next day they go to their flight. It's a commercial flight. The guy they got on the fight with was on the plane. Like to the next city. I swear, I'm like,
did they run it back?
Run it again. How different the times were. It was just crazy. I didn't believe it. It was nuts.
That's awesome.
In '84, when the Celtics were beating us, there was a play, and Casey Jones was trying to draw up a play. Larry looks over at him and takes his hand and wipes off the whiteboard and said, "Hey, man, fuck this. Give me the ball and rest of you motherfuckers get out the way."
He would terrorize guys in practices to the point where, like, Larry, you got to sit out right now because this dude ain't going to be the same tomorrow. He ain't going to be the same. But we need him for tomorrow, man. Like, you talk about a shit talker? I mean, oh my goodness.
Larry really destroying his teammates' confidence in the practice so bad they might not be able to perform next game. Like, the coach really had to put Larry to the side and be like, "Yo, we need him for tomorrow's game, bro. Relax."
It was nonstop. The Indiana series was great because that's when Chuck and Reggie Miller was coming up. Yeah, like, okay, we're taking over. Like, we're the new team in the East. And Larry, again, he was going through the back issues and trying to be healthy and was playing at a high level. But Rifleman, he had all the antics and things like that. And Larry was like, "Listen, I'm going to tell you this. I'm the baddest man to come out of Indiana. You just hold in place right now. If I win this series, you're going to have to mow my grass at the end of the series." He's like, "You're going to come to my house and mow my grass and we win this series." And I think Chuck was like, "Yeah, man, we ain't losing this series. We won the series." So I don't know if he paid his dues and came and mowed the grass. It was unbelievable.
I didn't like Larry. In fact, I was so stupid that I didn't even really think he was very good. I just hated Larry Bird growing up. And then I stepped out on the floor with him the very first game. Now I see Larry's 6'9". He's big as a doorway. I thought he was like 6'6". I didn't.
No, he's 6'9".
No.
And we found out Kelly Tripucka was going to guard Larry that night. And Jerry Seasting, my teammate, who was Larry's teammate in Boston, looked at me and went, "No." And I was like, "What?" He said, "Well, it's very well known. Larry maintains no person in the world 6'6" and under can guard him."
And Larry says no man in the world.
Yeah, he had a number, bro. Don't put anybody that strong on me, bro. It's just disrespectful.
Can guard him, and he takes offense to it. Even when Boston played the Bulls, Michael didn't match up with Larry a lot.
Michael guarded him very little. Larry's there, and Kelly went over to stand beside him.
And he looked over at Kelly. He looked around and said, "Tripucka's going to guard me? You guys are putting Tripucka on me?" Nobody said anything, and he just said, all right, guys, whatever we're running, forget it. 4 down. And walked Kelly right into the post. He had a triple-double in the first half. He just started running Kelly into the post.
Triple-double in the first half?
Calling his own play, and within 4 possessions, he'd had, 2 baskets, an and one, an assist, and had to mix it up. Kelly was no longer on him.
He got a triple-double in the first half and didn't play in the second half. And we lost.
I played with some great players, some great young players. I got a chance to play with young Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, played with Reggie Lewis. Larry Bird was the best player I ever played with. Why? Because it wasn't so much his skill set. It was, like you say, his preparation to be great. He was prepared to be great before the lights came on, before everybody showed up. He was always the first one to practice, the last one to leave. Every story you hear about Larry Bird is true. I tried to beat him in the practice my rookie year. Couldn't do it. He wouldn't let me win. Just little things like that. I'm not letting a rookie beat me to practice. That's my thing. 4 o'clock, there. 3 o'clock in the morning, there. Didn't matter. That was his DNA. He got great when nobody's watching.
He played a whole game left-handed one time.
Yeah, that's right.
Just because, and still played great. Just on a joke. Like, I'm just going to play left-handed tonight.
Larry Bird with that left hand again. It's Larry Bird from Johnson. Excellent pass and another 2 points with the left hand.
But what was crazy was fourth quarter close game, and all of a sudden he breaks out the most insanely batshit nuts left-handed shots in the world. Throwing left-handed floaters off the glass in transition from like 12 feet. And then the very next play just throws in a sweeping lefty hook from like 10 feet. And then 2 possessions later has a sweeping lefty and 1 hook.
And it's like, okay, like you never see any offhand shots like that. And he did 3 in a row while they were holding off a charge. Larry was a cold-blooded man.
If I remember correctly, we won that game in overtime by like 1 point. So I probably shot with my right hand the whole game.
And I'll never forget it. Mikhail yells out, "Hey, Jerome, wait till you start shooting right-handed."
You talk about.
I ain't gonna lie. Larry Bird sounded like he one of them ones, bro. And he really is. For all the videos I'm seeing, I might have Larry Bird over KD now, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Accolades. I still think KD's a better scorer, just more athletic. But that might be due to Larry's injuries. And players are more athletic nowadays. So we're gonna have to see about Larry's injuries. But I might have to admit that Larry Bird is better than KD. But LeBron, Ramon James, bro, stop saying he's better than the GOAT, bro. Okay? But I'm about to see what Michael Jordan got to say about Larry Bird soon, bro. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and tune in for the next video.